Hi
Thank you so much.
Ronnie, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? How are you doing today?
Great. So, firstly, congratulations. You are debuting in Bollywood. What do you have to say about that? How excited
Oh,
are you?
oh, very excited. It's how do you put it? You work towards something, and when things start to happen, you feel excited, right? So I'm super excited because it's you must have read in the news. It's one of the biggest. It's going to be big. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be very big. So very excited. I can't express how excited I am.
Exactly. And since you are talking about your debut, there was news that you are debuting with Dharma Productions. Is that true? What do you have to say about the production house or the banner?
I can neither confirm nor deny. As you know, a lot of people have been trying to speculate and see which production house I'm with. But one thing I can't. I obviously, the production houses want to announce it themselves, so I can't actually, tell which production house I'm signed with. But I can guarantee you this one thing: it is one of the top five biggest production houses in the country that has done some big movies in Bollywood. So yeah, I mean, there's a reason this news is caught on. It's because it is a very big production house, one of the top five in the country.
That's amazing. So, what made you to step into Bollywood?
Well, I don't know if you know, but before this, I was a professional footballer, and I was the only Indian-born professional footballer playing at a particular, high league in London. So when I was there at the time, I was also studying acting at the studios where James Bond is shot. It's called Pinewood, and a lot of people have always told me that I'm made for this industry as well. Like even as a footballer, I was a born entertainer. Like I just love entertaining. I also entertaining is just part of my DNA, whether it's in football, whether it's in business, whether it's in my YouTube or whatever. So the pinnacle of entertainment is Bollywood, and in India there's only two kings. One is cricket, one is Bollywood. So I like doing difficult things. So Bollywood was gonna be my main destination after football.
That's amazing. Since you have talked about your, workshops and you have done workshops in LA. So tell us something about that, like how you got an interest in that, how this thing happened.
All right. Okay. So anyway, as you know, after I was done with football, I was always looking for movie opportunities, acting opportunities, and I studied acting in London. But I'm also now working with a really famous coach in Hollywood called Michelle Danner, and she's worked with some of the biggest A-listers in the industry in Hollywood, like the guy whose name is Henry Cavill, who's played Superman, who's in the Witcher series, Salma Hayek. So just me personally, I wanted to always be that person who was in Hollywood as well as Bollywood, because I feel that Priyanka Chopra is the only so far female lead actress who's gone from Bollywood into Hollywood. Obviously, Irfan Khan has done an amazing job as well in Hollywood, but I want to be that first, the lead actor who does lead movies in Hollywood, like with Marvel, and coming from Bollywood as well. And how this came about is just working hard, finding the right connects, and it's very difficult to break into this industry, especially in Bollywood, because I don't have any famous last name. I don't come from the film background, and you've heard all the stories of nepotism and all that. But yeah, so I just had to work hard, right place, right time, find the right connects, and just knock on doors. And I did an audition in front of this big production house, and it's the acting, because it was meant to be a meeting. And we did the meeting, and they literally told me on the spot, you have to act like you're dying. It was like a literally on the spot audition. And I wasn't dressed for that, but the actor in me, quick flip of a switch. I did the the dying acting for 3 minutes, and they were so impressed. They're like, you know what, we don't care who he is, he's got something, and that's how I was taken.
That's amazing. Since you were talking about nepotism and the connections, so what is your take? Since you don't have any big name like Kapoor's or Khan, but still,
Exactly.
you are but still you are part of some Bollywood, and with this big banner you are talking about. So tell me about that, like how thing happened, and do you came via connects, or as you said, nepotism exists, and what do you have to say? Do you feel
So it's
lucky?
it's more like this. It's more like this. It's not. I mean, nepotism exists in the sense obviously, if you have a famous last name, or if you have, like someone in the film industry, like, like if my last name was this, it is easier to get your first film or your debut film. But at the same time, you can't blame them, because I remember when my news first came out in the news, most people's comment was like, who is this guy? Kaun hai ye? Kaun hai ye? You know what I mean? Like, and today, I mean, you can't really blame, because if you look at the business perspective, most people would rather watch a film that has Shah Rukh Khan's son debuting if he ever debuted, rather than me, right? Like, so you can't entirely blame nepotism in that way. Does that make sense? But the Indian audience is getting smarter, which I'm happy about, because a lot of more people are watching stuff on Netflix, Amazon Prime. So it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have a famous last name anymore. There's obviously still a big part of the audience that would rather would try and watch someone with a famous last name, etc. But it is obvious, because look, there's a lot of competition, right? So if you're a producer or a business investor, you will take someone with a famous last name, because then people know about that person. He's someone's son, like like whoever's it is, XYZ.
We were talking about your Hollywood project. So tell me, you are excited for which one, Bollywood or Hollywood?
Oh, what I'm more excited about? As I said, I'm excited for both, but obviously because my parents, like my family's from India. I've grown up watching Bollywood movies, so I'm obviously more excited for the Bollywood one, because my dad loves Bollywood, my family, and they're just gonna be so excited to see me on screen. So I'm excited really for both, but Bollywood slightly, definitely 100%.
All right. And talking about your inspiration, who's your inspiration when it comes to Bollywood?
Inspiration for Bollywood, when it comes purely to acting and the path they've taken, I would say Priyanka Chopra. I'm sure many people would not be expecting this sort of answer. They'd be thinking more like Ranbir Kapoor or Shah Rukh Khan. But yeah, Priyanka Chopra, because she's gone through a lot, but she's also a big name, not only in Bollywood but also in Hollywood. She's not stayed to the traditional mold, if that makes sense. She's gone out of her way, and she's now just a big name worldwide. And she's a terrific actor, right? Let's not take anything away from that. She's like a really, really good actor. So I would say my biggest inspiration, because the part that she's taken, the way she acts, big name in Bollywood and Hollywood, is Priyanka Chopra, 100% hands down.
All right. And talking about the actors and directors who would like to work with, so who are they?
Actors and directors, right? In Bollywood specifically, right?
Yeah.
So, directors-wise, first name that comes to my mind is Sanjay Leela Bhansali, just because of, he's such a great director. He works on very specific projects. He seems to get the best out of the actors just for that role. Just like there's no hit and miss. Everything he does is like top notch, right? So for me, directors-wise would be Sanjay Leela Bhansali, 100%. And when it comes to actors, obviously, look. In Bollywood, who wouldn't want to work with Amitabh Bachchan ji and Shah Rukh Khan, right? Those are the two legends in the industry. So it would be a pleasure to work with them. But I think in the newest generation, I'd love to work with Ranbir, because Ranbir is a great actor. And also, like, I'd like to work with like Tara Sutari and stuff, because she's a really good actress. Alia Bhatt as well. They're of the new generation as well. So they're all fantastic actors, and I think it would be really good chemistry on screen, and it would be really just fun to work with them.
Okay, there were news that you are doing Dharma's Dostana 2 after Kartik Aaryan Nexus. What do you have to say on it?
Oh, well, as I said, I can neither confirm nor deny. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rumors going around for, I think, was it Dostana 2 or something, as well as like some Kuch Kuch Hota Hai 2 as well, right? Something with Tara Sutari Adanya, yeah. Yeah, but I can't really say anything, like I'm bound by a contract, so I can't really say much about it. But regardless, whatever you're going to be seeing me in is going to be a very big movie with the biggest director, biggest production house, so it's going to be really great.
So talking about your character, will you be the lead one or the supporting?
Can you say that again, sir?
Talking about your character, would it be the lead role or the supporting one?
A lead, 100%. Like, because we've already, I've done everything, signed everything, and we've spoken about, what's going to be in the film, and I'm the lead, 100%. It was always my goal to be the lead actor, So for the films that are coming out with me, whether it be in Hollywood, Bollywood is going to be the lead for sure.
All right, and either the sequel or the original one?
I see you're trying hard to get. You're trying to get very hard to the bottom of which film, which production house. Yeah, that I can't say, but all I can say is that the movie by itself is going to be better than anything you've seen before.
All right. And any plans like on tour when the shooting will start, something like that?
Well, we're due to start, depending on how things go on in the country and with shooting schedules and stuff. I think we are planning for around September, if I'm not mistaken. But that's subject to change, obviously, depending on how things go with the situation with COVID and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, I think they're thinking September. Could be earlier. Could be earlier.
All right. Any future plans to produce any movie or direct some movie?
Yeah, I mean, even though I want to focus my full attention towards acting at this point, I'm also very interested in directing and producing, and I will definitely get involved with directing and producing. In fact, one of the opportunities in Hollywood was to, along with acting, was to like kind of direct and produce as well. So yeah, that's definitely in the pipeline as well.
Okay, so earlier, as you must be aware of the nepotism, and especially when it comes to Dharma or Karan Johar, people usually say he usually typecast actors, sons or daughters. Like, of course, nepotism. He's the one who does it. So, what is your take? What do you have to say about it?
What I have to say about it is, look, sometimes I feel it is quite blatantly obvious, right? It is easier for someone with a famous last name to get like a film role, or that breakout movie that you want to do, like, for example. It is easier, like, let's not kid ourselves. But at the same time, I think it's sometimes not that they want to, it's just that sometimes I feel the public, like, for example, like, people I think sometimes want to watch someone like, like, for example, Shah Rukh Khan has done so well, so someone would want to watch Shah Rukh Khan's son. But at the same time, I feel that now like audiences are getting smarter and stuff, so that dynamic is changing. So this whole nepotism that used to be a lot before is going away. Does that make sense? Like, I'm kind of proof of it, right? Like, I don't have any famous last name. I don't really like have any ties to the film industry. I'm just a footballer who was born here, who played in London, and now I'm just making big strides. And as I said, I've signed with a big production house, so it kind of kicks nepotism out of there, because I'm not really the traditional mold, I guess.
All right. Lastly, what message you would like to give to the fans and to the viewers who are watching you?
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say that I hope everyone is staying safe, staying strong, and it's a very difficult time for everyone in India. So my thoughts and prayers are with you guys as always. Stay strong. We can get through this together. And specifically for the film thing, everyone just stay tuned, because some big things are coming, and I'm going to be in a big film, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And what you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. So stay tuned, and I really look forward to the journey, and I hope that all of you guys can be with me on this journey as well.
All the best, and definitely we are waiting. It was a pleasure talking to you, Ronnie. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking to you, Monica, as well, and I hope to speak to you soon. All right, do my interview again.
All right. All the best.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon. Yeah. Bye. Have a great day.
See you. Bye. You too.